come closer, I need to show you something. This is the bike that I was going to buy last month. This is a Honda CBR 500R. It's around 6,000 euros just for context. And the story goes like this. I've just finished one of the biggest projects that I was working on with a couple of my friends, and we have been programming the entire summer, and we have just recently sold that product. So a little bit of money just came into account, and I thought, what better way to spend that money than to buy a brand new red vibrant bike? All the boys will think I'm super cool. I will rev the bike, vroom, vroom, and they'll think, oh, Ivan, you're super cool. And all the girls will think I'm super sexy because they will see me with a black helmet and will not see my face. And they'll think, oh my God, he's so sexy. He goes to the gym with a bike. He goes to school with a bike. Oh my God, he's super, super sexy. And I thought, hey, this might be good. This is why I need the bike. I need the bike in order to be that cool person. I need to be sexy. And then I realized that I had forgotten about the most important thing, the only person that I need approval from. And it was my younger self. It was mini Ivan. It was my 13-year-old self. You see, when I was a kid, I was always jealous of the kids in my school who were rich. They all had iPhones, MacBooks, iPads, and things like that. And I just didn't. Because I just didn't. And I saw all the kids in my school with those MacBooks and iPads and iPhones. And I said, if only you knew the capabilities, if only you knew the things that you could do with that machine that you have in your hands, but you're choosing to watch Netflix with that thing. Like we couldn't even pay Netflix, let alone buy that computer. And I was just mesmerized. And I thought, oh, if only I had a MacBook, I could start making videos. I could one day become a YouTuber and I would make tons of money. That was my dream when I was like 12, 13 years old. So there was this one school assignment, a Spanish school assignment, in which they told us, hey, you need to read this book and you need to make something artistic in order to show that you have read this book. My friends, they all make poems because it was the easiest choice. The girls would do drawings. And Mini Ivan thought that it was super cool. It would be a super good idea in order to do a music video, like a mashup of all the most popular songs that came up that year. It was like 2013, I don't know. I don't even know. I was like 13 years old. And I thought, okay, I'm going to start editing and whatever. We only had this computer around our house, which was a Toshiba, a Windows laptop that was like 10 years old. And we were all sharing it, not only me and my sisters and my parents, but me, my sisters, my parents, my cousins, and my uncles. So we were not in the best financial position. And I remember that I started that computer and I started editing. And I took like the entire day. It took me like 8 hours to edit a 3-minute video. And it was not because I was slow. I was also slow, but the computer was crashing all the time. So I thought, oh my God, please save this project and just don't let it delete it. So at the moment when I finished, it was like 12 p.m. at night. And I clicked on the export button. And I remember that the computer just said, oh, no, this is not your day, man. This is not your day. I'm going to crash and I'm going to turn black. And that was what it did. It turned completely black. I was devastated. 13-year-old me was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I started panicking. I was furious. I had this powerless feeling and I almost started, honestly, I started to cry. Okay, I started crying because I didn't know what to do. And my mom walked around the hall and she was going to the kitchen and she saw me working on this project for the entire day. And she saw me just crying, my eyes out. And she said, Ivan, what's wrong with you? And I said, I cannot finish this homework because I need a brand new computer. If only I had one of those MacBooks that the rich kids in class have, this would have not happened. I would have finished this project. And of mine, my parents were paying off a debt that was multi-six figures. So there was not spare money for us to buy a brand new MacBook for me. And obviously my parents did the best they could. But if you can't even pay the mortgage, you're not thinking about buying a brand new computer. So at that moment, my mom saw the anger inside of my eyes. She saw how passionate I was about this project and how powerless I felt because I didn't have the gear, I didn't have the resources in order to finish it. And she looked into my eyes and she said, Ivan, how much is the MacBook that you want? That was the moment when my life took a 180 degrees turn. Because my mom essentially bought me a ticket for my success. She bought me a ticket for a chance of success. She believed in me so much, she saw so much potential in me that she didn't even tell my father. She just grabbed the money and just bought me a brand new computer because she knew that I could do something out of my life with that thing. She was buying me the ticket in order for me to play the lottery of success. And fast forward a couple of years later, now I'm 22 years old. I'm studying computer engineering. I make money by making videos for enterprises. I make money by developing projects online. And essentially, I make money by doing things online, and I'm doing this YouTube project on the side. So you could say that that MacBook just completely changed my life. That MacBook was the ticket for me to play the lottery of success. And I could have never done it without my mother believing in me. And now that we're adults, that's something that we all lack. We don't believe in ourselves, or we're hypocrites and we say that we believe in ourselves, but our actions never show it. If you're spending money of, oh, I'm just tired, I'm just gonna go out, I'm just gonna eat out, I'm just gonna spend money on alcohol, I'm just gonna go party, and instead of putting that money into your goal, into your purpose, you're betraying yourself. Because you're saying, oh, my goals are not as important as this other thing that I have in my life, which is going to parties, which is going and buying new clothes, which is going and buying a brand new car that my friends will think that I'm cool. And that is exactly the choice that I had in front of me. In front of me, I had this choice. Do I want to look cool in front of my friends? I want to buy a brand new bike. Or do I want to invest in my dreams? Do I want to invest in my goals? And it was a very easy choice for me. That's why I turned out the bike. I turned down the thing that was going to get me girls, the thing that was going to get me the respect from my friends. Because in reality, buying a brand new bike would have never achieved that. So that's the reason why I bought this thing right here. This is a Max model, MacBook Pro, the 14-inch model that I bought because this is the lottery ticket that will get me to play the success game. I may make it or I might not, but having this thing, this is what is going to give me the chance of doing it. This was not as expensive as the bike, but you get the message. This is an opportunity, a chance for me to make it and to make a better future for myself, for my wife, and for my future children. Like, I'm not married right now, like for my future wife. When your attention goes, your energy flows. And that's something that you need to realize. You need to put your money and your attention into the things that you really want, into your goals and your purposes. You don't need to go into distractions like going to parties, buying new clothes, getting the approval of other people, because in reality, people are not going to respect you for that. And if they do, they don't deserve to be in your life because they're just materialistic. They don't care about you. They just care about the things that you have. So yeah, stay patient because your prophecy is unfolding. I'll see you on the next one. Mwah.